A BBC investigation has found that Albanian drug gangs are offering to pay for migrants to cross the English Channel if they work in the UK drugs industry when they arrive. Gangs are using the migrant camps of northern France as a recruitment ground. There's been a sharp rise in the number of Albanians crossing the Channel in small boats this year. Figures show a large proportion successfully claim asylum, but many are economic migrants, and Albanians now account for around a third of the almost 40,000 people who've landed on England's beaches this year. We'll have more on the numbers in just a moment, but first, Lucy Williamson reports.
For each boat, each migrant, there can be many smugglers. Albanian fixers, UK guarantors, Kurdish criminal gangs. The journey starts in towns like Laknas, now marked by absence. The shuttered houses and empty streets, signs of an exodus this year. Most were drawn by UK wages, 10 times higher than here. And each departure makes business in Laknas even harder. As the price of crossing to the UK has dropped, the suburbs around Tirana are being drained of people. Locals in this neighbourhood say 70% of the community has already left, and many of those living here now are thinking of joining them. There are many places like Laknas in Albania now. Majlinda's son crossed to the UK from Dunkirk last month.
He was a seasonal worker, working for 4 months of the year for a minimal salary in a kitchen. He had more expectations for himself, so he went to find something better. But it comes with sacrifices. We're in debt to pay back the money we borrowed.
She says a lot of people from the area have gone, families as well as men. Her youngest son, just 14 years old, is already planning his trip. Adverts on Albanian social media promise passage for around £3,000 from Brussels, Paris or Dunkirk. They often work closely with Iraqi Kurdish gangs who control most small boat crossings from France. Posing as an Albanian migrant, we contacted some. Within half an hour we had 2 offers for crossings. It's easy, we're told. Only those who didn't claim asylum were sent back, one says. The others didn't have any problems. The price of crossing to the UK by small boat is less than half the price of being smuggled by lorry. And there are other options for those who can't pay.
There is a criminal drugs market within the UK, that's no secret. We have seen cases of trafficking, and we've seen cases where people are what we call debt bonded. They come here to work off the cost of their journey to the UK, and they are victims of trafficking. And we look at modern slavery, human trafficking, very seriously.
One Albanian man who paid for a place on a Kurdish boat this summer says he was approached by recruiters for the UK drugs trade in a Dunkirk migrant camp.
They offered me lots of things to pay for the journey, to give me a job, but I wasn't interested. They asked me 4 or 5 times.
Driven by the promise of prosperity, each successful crossing is an advert, an inspiration, an invisible thread that tugs at the minds of Albanians back home. Lucy Williamson, BBC News, Dunkirk.